The NFL draft got underway, and it didn't take long for the excitement to begin. We knew the first 2 picks. Those came through quick. They didn't take the full 10 minutes. And then trades broke out, left and right, everyone moving up and down. Picks coming in faster than TV could even keep up. And of all people, Paul Allen breaking more news than anyone else. But the first big deal was the Browns. They moved up 1 spot to number 3 to get their running back, Trent Richardson. The Vikings moved back, get a bunch of picks, and they get their guy, it seems like, Matt Kalil.
Yeah, there's no question in my mind the Browns felt a little pressure. RG3 was their guy. They couldn't get him via trade with the Rams earlier in the offseason. They had to get Richardson. That was their guy. They sent out smoke signals. But then when it came down to brass tacks, they moved up the spot, traded a couple low-round picks, and they didn't budge on the 3rd rounder. Vikings wanted it. They wouldn't give it up. But the Vikings played this one great. I thought Rick Spielman in his first draft with total control. Remember, he was just named general manager. He's been in the front office for a couple years, but this is his draft now. He was able to get his franchise left tackle, make people think that he wanted Morris Claiborne, and still make a trade for Trent Richardson, who he's never going to take.
There was all the last-minute stuff of were the Vikings playing games, were they really going to take Claiborne with it? They end up getting Kalil. It sounds like he was their guy, and they got a haul of picks as well. Then the Jacksonville Jaguars. We were wondering what they were going to do at number 7. It seemed like a turning point in the draft. They end up moving up to number 5 and getting Justin Blackmon.
Yeah, and I think this is just the wide receiver they need for Blaine Gabbert. Wide receiver coach Sherry Sullivan, I think, is going to really motivate Blackmon and keep him running strong. I think this is the big play guy they wanted. Now, maybe he's not a down-the-field vertical threat, but in between the hashes and I think on the edges, he's going to be very, very good for him. And the Bucs get a really good safety, our fast riser in Mark Barron, somebody who I think can control that defense, that had control breakdowns, communication breakdowns, tackling breakdowns. He's good at all those things.
With Jacksonville, we had heard going in the offseason they were targeting wide receivers. They couldn't get a Vincent Jackson, or they get LaRon Robinson, who was good, but they needed an impact wide receiver. It seems like they got it with Justin Blackmon. And then when we thought things were finally starting to calm down, a big move by the Dallas Cowboys, moving all the way up from 14 to 6. And they got their guy at corner, Morris Claiborne.
Gave up a 2nd-round pick to do so. Raise your hand if you saw this coming, because this was out of left field.
I had it in my mock.
You had it in your mock, right? I didn't have it in mine. The Cowboys did not talk to Morris Claiborne throughout the draft process one bit. They didn't get any kind of information from him at the combine, didn't have an interview with him. They kept it so quiet. This is a Jerry Jones run team, okay? Guy loves to talk, and somehow he's able to keep this a secret. A really brilliant move by Jones. Look, in this division, you've got RG3 in the vertical attack now. You've got the Giants with Cruz and Nix, and you've got Eli Manning, and everybody throws the ball down the field. Claiborne is the absolute answer to what they want to do coverage-wise.
Who would have thought that the most known move and the one the no-brainer that actually happened was Ryan Tannehill going 8 to the Dolphins? Everyone thought that maybe that was going to be the big move. That was the most calm, uninspired move of the entire first round of the draft, or at least the first 10 picks. There's more to come. Just keep checking back to ProFootballWeekly.com.